Molly Jo Tilton. Since the pandemic-delayed election in November 2020, Josh Borderud has served as Waco's District 3 council member. The district stretches from central Waco, near the fairgrounds, all the way into the industrial park. This year, he announced he would not seek re-election after 3 terms. In his 6 years on council, he helped to lower the citywide tax rates. He was influential in the reconstruction of Mars Drive and helped bring Graphic Packaging International to the industrial park. He also led the effort to redesign the Waco city flag. He rolls off the council next week and will be replaced by real estate investor Jed Cole. Josh, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
Can you tell me a little bit about what your tenure on council has been like? You've been on for about 6 years now.
Sure. It has been a very eventful time. I started in the pandemic. I at first was looking at a May 2020 election. That was delayed for 6 months and added to the November 2020 election, which was a real rarity in Waco municipal politics. We typically don't have our elections on partisan cycles. My first 6 months on council were the virtual era of meetings, which was its own challenge, of course. And we went through, drought, record tax revenue, and now kind of a contracting again with that. So it has been a very eventful time. Personnel have changed and turned over. Been part of the process to appoint all 4 of our appointees, plus the fire chief and police chief. We've had a new city manager, a new city attorney, a new city secretary, and a new municipal judge during that time. Like you said, we led the effort to reduce the tax rate for 3 straight years, tax exemptions, record tax exemptions for homeowners, the elderly, and the disabled. We've got, $2 billion in commercial capital investments due to economic development with 4,000 new jobs coming online. It's just been a very eventful time on council and a really rewarding and fun one as well.
Can you tell me what some of the most rewarding, achievements in your time on council has been?
I think a few personally. I know recently the announcement of the arrival of Waffle House, which was a passion project of mine and my family's, was a real fun one, of course. But I think I come from a family of military veterans. My father and mother met while they were both in the service, and both of their fathers were World War II veterans. And I serve veterans as part of my day-to-day job at the law school. But creating the Veterans Advisory Board for the city of Waco was big. And one of the first initiatives of that was the Veteran Banners program that are on the lampposts on Austin Avenue in November and kind of line the Veterans Day parade route, which is very meaningful. Got one for my dad and for my mom, which was really cool and very meaningful for me. Another deeply meaningful project was I led the effort to redesign the City of Waco flag and the city seal, and we enshrined the Flying W, which is a beloved symbol of our city, onto both the flag and the seal. And we've seen the flag as just a new, renewed source of civic pride. People are bringing it to the edges of the earth on their vacations. There's a program with the Waco-McLennan County Library. We can check out the city flag and take it with you on vacation. And we've seen it all over the world. It's just a wonderful symbol of pride. And one of the cool connections with the Flying W is that it was designed by another City of Waco employee who was a Baylor faculty member, Carol Perry, who actually lives in my neighborhood. She's a retired journalism professor. She designed the Flying W. And so it was cool to be able to honor her legacy as kind of a town gown person as well, to be able to really solidify it in the kind of iconic symbolism of our city.
You also have represented the industrial park for the last 6 years. That means a lot of job growth for the city. What has being able to bring those new companies in and really invest in that area meant to you?
Oh, it's been great. I mean, we want to bring in, living wage jobs with benefits for Wacoans to take advantage of, and we've had a remarkable success at that. Many of those jobs pay so much more than jobs have in the past. And we also partnered with the county and TSTC on developing the work site out in the industrial park, which is kind of an upskill training facility to make sure that folks have the basic skills for industrial work out there. But one of the interesting things about my district is that it is a majority Midway ISD. So it is kind of one of the fastest, if not the fastest growing part of our county between Hewitt and Woodway. Park Meadows is a prominent subdivision out there on Ritchie Road. But that is well over 50% of my district. And though I live on Austin Avenue in town, the growth is at the other end. And so it's been kind of an interesting balancing act of kind of representing the interests of those inside the loop or inside Highway 6 here, and then those outside the loop with the challenges of growth out there. And so we've been able to bring a new fire station. We've been able to renovate Mars Drive in Old Hewitt near Midway High School. We're bringing a renewed splash pad to Chapel Park Elementary and reconstructing Chapel itself between the Circle and Hewitt Drive. So that's exciting kind of new things out there.
Yeah. A lot of growth, like you said, in that area, and being able to steward some of the resources toward that growth is a big part of that, the job for this district. You've been on council for 6 years. You would have been seeking a fourth term if you decided to run again. Talk me through that decision not to seek that fourth term.
Yeah, I think it has been eventful. It has been rewarding. And to be honest, I feel like I'm in kind of a quit while you're ahead approach right now. My son is in ninth grade at Waco High, and he's a member of the soccer team and the cross-country team and has really enjoyed that. My daughter is a seventh grader who does track and cross-country at Tennyson Middle School. And I would like to be able to focus a little more on them for their last remaining years at home before they head off to college, hopefully. But, love to spend more time with the fam, but it's been a great experience in public life, and there may be some options, down the road for different things. But for right now, I feel like the 3 terms I served were deeply rewarding, deeply meaningful, and I don't think I want to try to get any more out of it. I'm going to go ahead and quit while I'm ahead here,
Give me one sentence that is your legacy from your 6 years on council.
I tried to emphasize investment in infrastructure, public safety, economic development, and strengthening our neighborhoods, and to do so in a way that was cooperative and embracing the principles of good governance.
We've been talking to Councilmember Josh Borderud about his time on council and decision not to run for re-election. Josh, thank you so much for taking the time today.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been